Hello, I'm Adam.
Hi, I'm Joe.
And together we're the Maladjusted Misfits.
And this is the one where we talk about friends.
Joe, do you like my new blue blazer?
No, it's too blue.
Oh, come on, I thought I'd wear it to lunch.
If you wear that, I'm not eating with you.
Oh, that's harsh.
That blue is harsh.
Welcome, Misfits, and hello to any new Friends fans that have stumbled across our podcast.
Every week we rewatch the next episode in sequential order because that makes the most sense.
Yeah, and we break it down.
And look up trivia.
And give our own maladjusted take on the whole seven episode.
We try and make each other laugh.
And fingers crossed, one of you two.
Maybe. Sometimes. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I don't know. You've been gone all day.
Oh, I know.
I've been fine.
I was talking to my hairdresser because I just came back from getting my hair done. And
Brag.
she said that her and her husband use this app called Marco Polo. So it's kind of like texting, but you can leave a video message, like real quick, and then you answer it when you can, and then so she says that's how they text back and forth.
Okay.
They use this app called Marco Polo. I thought that was cute. And then I read about how other people don't talk to their spouse all day long, and I'm like, what? I couldn't go all day. If I go all day without talking to you, then something's wrong.
Or you go, are you okay?
Are you okay? Are you alive? All right, what are we doing this week?
This week is the one with Phoebe's uterus.
Phoebe's uterus. What
Yes.
is our IMDb plot?
Newlyweds, Frank and Alice, ask Phoebe to be their surrogate. Joey gets a job as a tour guide at Ross's museum. And Chandler asks Monica and Rachel for advice on how to sexually satisfy Kathy.
It's really funny. He got fired and then he turns right around and goes to work with Ross.
Right.
But we never see or hear of him leaving that job. Wonder what happened.
We'll have to try and pay attention,
Yeah.
see when he talks about getting another role or something.
Our episode director is new.
Oh.
David Steinberg.
Nice.
This is his only Friends episode.
Aw.
But he directed 37 episodes of Designing Women,
Oh, that's a lot of shoulder pads.
50 episodes of Mad About You,
Uh-huh.
and a few episodes of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah, we should watch that as people who
I know.
have not had HBO for very long.
Right. We've never watched it.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone says it's really good and that we would enjoy it. Our episode writer is returning Seth Kurland. He was the executive story editor for all of season 3. He wrote the one with the cuffs this season. And he'll be a few more in seasons 5 and 6, so he'll be back.
Nice.
What was our original air date?
The original air date was January 8th, 1998.
Oh my gosh, a new year.
Yeah, new year.
1998. All right.
Well, new to the box office top 10 in early 1998 was Quentin Tarantino's adaptation of Elmore Leonard's Rum Punch titled Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown.
Featuring the glorious Pam Grier as an airline stewardess who steals some money and stuff.
Yeah, she's so good in that.
And then we have As Good as It Gets.
Oh.
And this is the IMDb plot.
Okay.
Where a single mother and waitress, Helen Hunt, a misanthropic author, Jack Nicholson, and a gay artist, Gray Kinnear, form an unlikely friendship after the artist is assaulted in a robbery. That's a fun one.
Yeah, it is fun. And Greg Kinnear comes later in season 9.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And in the number 2 spot, the movie that brought Matt Damon and Ben Affleck into our lives, Good Will Hunting.
Ooh.
And that has one of Robin Williams' best performances.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I like when Robin Williams is funny, but he was so good in this.
Yeah, he says. Yeah. And still in the number 1 spot was Titanic, and it was nearly up to $200 million at the domestic box office.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Are you ready for some trivia?
I am ready.
All right. The great line where Chandler / Matthew Perry messes up Blue Blazer Black was a mistake by Matthew Perry. And the reactions of the friends were so funny that they left it in the episode.
Yeah, they just all gang up on Chandler, don't they?
They're like, oh no, you do this all the time to us. So, I looked into women's erogenous zones because, this is the famous 777 episode.
Yes.
Several women's health sites have listed Monica's 7 erogenous zones. Do you want to know what they are?
Of course.
The ears. The lips, the neck, the breasts, the buttocks,
goodness gracious,
inner thighs, and then the vajayjay.
Are you too embarrassed to say vagina on the podcast?
I could say vagina. I just thought vajayjay was funnier. And then they assume that Chandler's surprised reaction is likely to the ears.
Oh, yeah.
Because he would not assume that.
Right.
That always makes me think of the episode of The Simpsons where Homer tells him about nibbling on Marge's elbow and gets her going.
Marge likes her elbows nibbled on.
This is the last appearance of Terry Garr as Phoebe's birth mother.
Bummer.
I know. She's such a good character and is so Phoebe. It's funny.
Yeah.
This is the third and last time that Joey works at one of his friend's jobs. But the only job, he doesn't make up a family.
Right.
Because at both other jobs, he had a family and kids.
Right.
And
he's slowly learning, like a very, very slow AI.
He's picking up.
Yeah. Oh, I shouldn't make up people, because that gets too hard to keep track of.
This is the 4th episode to include Phoebe's name in the title. And although her episodes are not genuinely liked, this is a highly rated episode because it's gearing up for the next one.
That's right.
So, speaking of that, what were your episode reactions?
So this episode, on a scale of 0 to 7, is a 7, 7, 7, 7. Oh, the blazers and lab coats are enjoyable. Frank and Alice ask for a big favor. There's a pug. And of course, Monica describes what it feels like to hit the jackpot. It's all good, clean, wholesome American fun.
That's a weird description, but okay. This is a good episode. Yeah, Frank and Alice's are back. Terry Garr's back. Joey and Ross working together. And Joey is a tour guide. Whew, and who could ever forget the infamous 7 scene? Good fun, great one-liners. Very enjoyable episode.
Yep, very good.
Speaking of one-liners.
Yeah, favorites. You want to start with your favorite line?
Sure. I love when Chandler goes, I know where everything goes. It's always nice. But I need to know what makes it go from nice to, my God, somebody's killing her in there.
Oh, don't we all, Chandler? So you said there's a lot of good lines in this one. I jumped around a lot. I mean, I really like when Monica says, no, you messed it up. You're stupid. But I think we all know that my favorite line is Monica saying, all right, you could start with a little 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, a 3, a 5, a 4, a 3, 2, 2, a 2, 4, 6, a 2, 4, 6, 4, 2, 2, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Did you get it all out? You feel better now?
I feel better now.
All right. Favorite moment. I'm going to have to go at that tag when Kathy comes in and kneels and hugs Monica. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you. It's just so cute.
Yes.
Because she was probably like, what the fuck? Did you read a book or something?
Right. And he was like, no, Monica gave you some tips.
What was your favorite moment?
I like when Ross's motivational speech on blazers and lab coats gets away from him a little bit.
I'm Andrew, and I didn't buy this pair. Favorite outfit? I'm going to go with Monica's Ernie sweater in the beginning. It's cute. The little striped sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's really cute.
Well, a double win for Monica.
Ooh.
I like her plaid shirt and jeans during the 7 speech. I didn't like it at first, but by the end of the scene, I like it a lot. I'm not sure why.
You're terrible. All right, themes we explored this episode. Theme 1, being a surrogate for your brother.
Oh. Theme 2, the divides at work.
Yep. Mostly I eat at my desk, so I don't hardly ever go into the cafe. And not because people don't like me, but...
You need to mix that up a little bit.
I do.
Stop being so stingy.
Sometimes I'll go out with people. Like, they'll stop by and ask me if I want to go out, but...
Right. And I eat lunch with a girl kid every day.
Theme 3, it only took him 29 years, but learning the erogenous zones.
That's right. Better late than never. And theme 4, a roddery.
I love that line. It's so funny. At first, she's like, what? Oh, yeah, that's cool. All right, we're going to take a quick break before we break down the episode. Our next TED Talk is about inclusion in the workplace by Dr. Ross Geller.
Thank you. Thank you. I worked in a museum of natural history in New York City as a paleontologist for 5 years. And it wasn't until a friend of mine, Joseph Tribbiani, got a job as a tour guide that I noticed there was something unnatural taking place in the museum. Something unnatural about the way we ate lunch. We self-segregated, not amongst our friends, dear God, no, but based solely on our jobs, and more importantly, based on our clothing, the lab coats and the blue blazers segregated. Now, I want you to know it took a tour guide, my friend, and nap buddy to show this scientist the error of his ways. You might even say he took me on a tour of myself. I looked around the cafeteria, and for the first time, do you know what I saw? I saw division. Division between people with white coats and people in blue blazers. And I asked myself, my God, why? And that's when it occurred to me that we needed to shed these coats that separate us and to get to know the people underneath. Yeah, let's take off our clothes.
Yeah, clothes are holding us back.
No. Let me get to the point.
He's right. We should be nudists.
No. We can't get to 7 with our clothes on.
No more clothes.
No more clothes.
No more clothes.
I'm Ross,
No
and I
more
have a
clothes.
son.
Blue blazers suck.
Take it off, Ross.
Free yourself.
All right, we're back for the episode analysis.
We're back.
We're at the cold open at Central Perk. We waste no time here as we open up on Phoebe on the Perk couch with Frank and Alice, and they have already announced that they are married because Phoebe's first line is, OMG, I can't believe my little brother is married. And Frank squeals, I know. Then Alice starts happy squealing too. And I thought that I'd point out that Phoebe's blouse looks like the prison that she's in is having a formal ball later that evening.
She does wear some odd outfits, but I know they're trying to hide her pregnancy.
Yeah.
So.
But Phoebe would like to know why they didn't tell her they were eloping. And Frank Jr. explains, because it just sort of happened, you know. We're at the courthouse, we're having lunch. And Phoebe's like, wait, pump the brakes. Wait. Why were you at the courthouse? And Frank is like, I just told you we were having lunch.
Have you ever had lunch at the courthouse?
Well, when I had to be a juror, but there are like little restaurants around there that you don't normally see. So.
Right. But that are in the lobby of the courthouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Then Junior continues, and then all of a sudden we're here, we're having lunch, let's get married, right?
Do you notice that Frank has a silver ring and Alice has a gold one?
Oh.
I just thought that was funny since we mentioned it last episode about how I thought you had to have a gold ring. Frank was like, I ain't wearing gold.
Right. Okay, so then Phoebe exposits, wow, a year and a half ago, I didn't even know I had a brother. Now I have a sister, too. And they all get excited at that, and they hug, which ends with Frank and Alice branching off in their own little makeout section. And as Frank Jr. starts wrapping his legs over Alice right there in the perk, Phoebe has to break it up. Okay, stop it, don't! I like to think if Phoebe hadn't stopped them, they'd still be there today.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Alice moans and fans herself after making out, which is quite funny. Ribisi's just kind of going all over the numbers. You know?
Yeah, right.
Not like
he's
not like
a
going
pattern.
1, 2, 3. He's like 1's blurring into 4, blurring back into 6. But Phoebe is trying to refocus the happy couple and announces, "Oh, I'm going to get you a gift now. Is there anything that you need?" And Frank Jr. kind of mutters, yeah. And then the pair gets serious, which is unusual for these two. Mm-hmm. And this is when Alice discloses why they actually came to visit Phoebe's today. They've been trying to get pregnant pretty much ever since they got engaged. And we thought we'd get a jump on things. You know, no one's getting any younger. It's Alice. Alice is the one not getting younger. But she's so giggly and happy that Frank jumps in to explain, because the thing is, we're not able to, conceive.
That's a big word for Frank.
Yeah. And Alice even points out we've tried everything and we've seen a bunch of doctors. So Frank Jr. then takes the lead on the sciencey part of the conversation, saying, it breaks down like this. They say that our only chance to have a baby is if they take my sperm, her egg, put it together in a dish, and then stick it into another girl's 7. So we were wondering if you could be that girl that we put it into.
I love how he explains it. It's so funny.
Phoebe smiles and nods because she understands before saying, that's a really nice gift. And the pair smile and nod. And Phoebe adds, I was thinking of like a gravy boat.
Everybody talks about getting gravy boats for wedding gifts. I don't think we got a gravy boat.
No.
I didn't think we even registered for a gravy boat.
We just leave it in a pan usually.
Yeah. Before the scene ends, on the DVD there's cut lines.
Yeah.
So Alice goes, we know it's a lot to ask. We don't have anyone else to go to. We could pay someone to do it, but we don't have that kind of money.
Right.
Frank Jr. says, plus, you're family, and, I don't know. I just don't want my baby to grow into some chick I don't know,
Okay.
Alice goes, don't give an answer yet, but think about it. And if you say no, we'll totally understand.
You think about it.
But Phoebe goes, okay. And Frank Jr. finishes. Oh, and also, we were wondering if you could give us a ride down to the train station. Phoebe's not even paying attention to them. And he goes, well, actually, we kind of need an answer to that one right now.
I also feel like Frank would also ask if the van still had a waterbed in it.
I might take you up on that van.
I'll be there for you.
All right. Then we moved to Monica's apartment, the whole gang minus Phoebe.
Yep.
Joey and Ross come in and Joe says, check it out. Guess what job I got? And Chandler tries to make a joke and says, I don't know, but Jackie Brown wants her blue blazer black.
Oh.
Ross goes, what? Chandler corrects himself. Blue blazer back. She wants it back.
Oh, yeah.
Rachel taking advantage of this mistake. Well, you said black. And why would Jackie Brown want her blue blazer black? Chandler goes, well, you know what I meant. Monica goes, no, you messed it up. You're stupid.
It's funny how the Joey's jacket is the same color blue as the blue blazer from Jackie Brown that she wears in the movie. Jackie Brown. And as such, there's no negative connotations here in the future, nearly 30 years later, about Jackie Brown's blazer. I'll make a meme of Jackie in her blue blazer for anyone that missed that reference.
Yes. All right, so Chandler, trying to deflect the conversation away from him, says, so what job did you get, Joe?
He throws down the cards all mad.
Joey goes, oh, tour guide at the museum. Yeah, Ross got it for me. Rachel says, what everyone is thinking. Well, how could you be a tour guide? Don't you have to be a dinosaur expert or something? And Joey points out, No, not really. They give you all the information. It's like memorizing a script.
Okay.
And on your left, you have a Tyrannosaurus Rex, a carnivore from the Jurassic period. Chandler, Monica, and Rachel are on board and say, nice, all right, yeah. Ross goes, actually, Joey, it's the Cretaceous period.
Yeah.
Joey goes, yeah, but I can pronounce Jurassic, and that was what the movie said. Phoebe comes in and says, hey! They all hey her back, and she says, guess what? Frank and Alice got married! And then they all exuberantly go, wow, that's great! And then Phoebe goes, and they're gonna have a baby!
Yay!
And then Phoebe goes, yeah, and they want me to grow it for them in my uterus!
Oh my God.
Ross goes, oh my God. Mon says, are you serious? Joey goes, you're thinking of having sex with your brother? There's that slow AI catching
Yeah.
up. Phoebe goes, ew, and no.
I do like the line, ew, and oh no.
They want me to be the surrogate. It's their egg and his sperm. I'm just the oven. It's totally their bun. I like that line, too. Mon goes, what did you tell him? Phoebe tells the gang that they told her to think about it first, but she's like, what's there to think of? I'm going to be giving someone the greatest gift you can possibly give. Chandler goes, you're going to carry their child and get them a Sony PlayStation?
That is a little much. They should get Phoebe the Sony PlayStation.
Nobody's getting a Sony PlayStation.
Oh, I thought somebody was going to get one.
Rachel goes, honey, this is a really incredible thing to do for them, but there are things to think about.
So the three ladies are in a single shot during this, and Phoebe's is dressed for the prison prom, and Monica's wearing the Ernie sweater, and Rachel looks like a 1970s witch that makes love potions. It's a really weird outfits they have on in this scene.
That's so funny. Monica points out, yeah, I mean, you'd be pregnant.
Pregnant.
Phoebe goes, I know. Ross goes, Phoebe, you're talking about putting your body through an awful lot. I mean, morning sickness, labor, and it's all for somebody else. Phoebe goes, what's your point?
And the doctor might like Fonzie.
Oh,
you never know.
Ross goes, the stuff I just mentioned? Rachel goes, wow, I don't know if I could ever do that. You know, I always figured the first time I had a baby, it would be with someone I love, and that baby would be like a keeper.
Well, 1 out of 2, Rach.
Phoebe goes, you know, you guys were a lot more supportive when I wanted to make denim furniture.
Oh.
Joey points out, Phoebes, listen, if you decide to do this, we'll all be supportive like crazy. Everyone's like, yeah. Monica goes, we just want you to think it through. Rachel says, why don't you talk to somebody who's had a baby, like your mom? Phoebe goes, my mom never gave birth. Oh, but my birth mom did. How was she going to talk to her mom?
With the Ouija board?
Probably. Ours is broken. It doesn't do anything.
All right, now we're back at Central Perk, and Chandler and Kathy are kissing by the door. And I like how the people, when the relationships are going well, are hardly in the episode.
Yeah, I know. It's like, we don't need to see Richard or Kathy because things are fine.
Right. Post-kiss, Kathy says, I love this little tushy as she grabs his
buttocks.
Six.
His six.
His six.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
a 6, right?
Right.
Can I take it to work with me? And Chandler jokes, oh, sure. It's not mine anyway. It came with the pants. Ooh. Kathy goes, oh, realizing the joke before she heads off to work. And Chandler wanders over to the sofa where Monica and Rachel are waiting, and Ross is in the chair stage left. And in response to Chandler and Kathy's love, Rachel says, I'm so jealous. You guys are really just right there, aren't you? And Chandler agrees, yes, and smiles sweetly before adding the question, right where? And Monica explains to him, in the beginning, you know, where it's all sex and talking and sex and talking. And Chandler goes, yeah, you gotta love the talking.
Aww.
And the ladies sense chum in the water, so Monica asks, and the sex? Chandler starts to explain with a note of panic in his voice. Oh, we haven't had sex yet. But what's the big deal? This is special, and I want our love to grow before we move to the next level. And Rachel concedes, Chandler, that is so nice. And Monica's smiling, and Ross now jumps in with a compassionate, that is really nice, before adding, lying. No way that's the reason.
Aww. I think I had a skirt made out of the same material as Ross's tie. It's brown with flowers.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I had a tie that looked like Rachel's dress.
Really?
No. Rachel is disgusted by Ross's lack of empathy, pointing out, why? Just because you're not mature enough to understand something like that? But Chandler admits, no, he's right. I'm totally lying. And Ross smirk brags to Rachel while making childish noises, and Rachel mimics the childish noises and one-ups Ross with the Geller double fist bump. And Ross is taken aback that his own creation has been used against him. But Monica asks Chandler, then what is it? And Chandler shines light on his dark secret. Well, Kathy's last boyfriend was Joey. And Ross hypothesizes that Chandler is afraid you won't be able to fill his shoes.
Ew, that's gross.
And Chandler bluntly admits, no, I'm afraid I won't be able to make love as well as him. And Ross points out that he was going for the metaphor. And Chandler explains, yes, and I was saying the actual words. Monica suggests a big deal. So Joey's had a lot of girlfriends. That doesn't mean he's good in bed. And Chandler expounds, we share a wall. So he's either great in bed or she just like to agree with him a lot.
And then there's cut lines. Mm-hmm. And he continues and goes, loudly and a lot. All night long, she'd agree.
Oh, my goodness gracious. That's a lot of agreeing. Monica is like, sweetie, with you, it's going to be different. The sex is going to be great because you guys are in love. And Chandler does see that as a positive, and the trio of friends urge him on. And Chandler gets up to leave and says, all right, I'll sleep with my girlfriend. And in an effort to make it awkward before heading off to work, he adds, but I'm just doing it for you guys.
So we're at the Museum of Natural History, Joey and a group of kids.
Yes.
Joey is leading the kids through the museum, and there's your first mistake.
Yeah.
If anyone knows anything about dinosaurs, it's fucking kids. And they do not hesitate to point out when you make a mistake.
No, they don't.
So Joe says, okay, now the mastodon is from the semi-late Jurassic period.
Everything's the Jurassic period with him.
And the kid says, isn't the mastodon from the Pliocene epoch? See, I told you.
You did. And that little boy, Miles Teller.
Nuh-uh.
No, just kidding.
Oh.
It's Miles Marsico, who apparently is the bassist of a punk band.
Oh, that's cute. So Joey looks nervous and goes, shh, this is a museum. No talking. He moves the group along and gestures to a three-legged foot. Okay, now right down here we have a large foot. Mm-hmm. The same kid is about to say something, but Joey warns him by pointing at him. I don't know why that stops people, but it does. Then Joey looks over and sees Ross in the large glass display. And over here we have Ross Geller. He knocks on the glass. Ross turns around. Mm-hmm. Everyone wave hi to Ross. Ross is one of our most important scientists. Look at him hard at work.
Hard at work.
Ross waves back and takes a piece of chalk out of his hand and pretends to make it disappear in his ear. And then he makes it reappear from his mouth. And in high school, my senior year, my parents agreed to host a Japanese exchange student.
Oh.
She was a junior. But all year, I had to drag her along to all the senior festivities, and that's the year I met Adam.
Yes.
And Adam did this trick to her with his pencil in our math class, and she screamed really loud. She was like one of those chimpanzees on a YouTube magic video when they watch them, they're like,
yeah, she was surprised.
So then Joey moves the group along. Come on, everybody.
All right, now we are at Phoebe Sr.'s Montauk Beach property again. Phoebe is working on her pottery, and there's a knock on the door, and she says, it's open, come in. Something I've never once said to a knock at the door, but I didn't grow up in Montauk either.
Yeah, it's a beach community, and maybe she was expecting Phoebe.
Yeah, well, she was. The Phoebes hi at each other, and Phoebe says, sorry, I'm late, and Senior is like, that's okay, it gave me time to finish glazing my nipples. And our Phoebe remarks, wow, you really go all out for company. No, the Senior Phoebe corrects her, I was working on my pottery. And Phoebe didn't know that her birth moms did pot.
She does pop.
And Senior's like, yepers, mostly nudes. It combines my two passions, hottery and erotica. But when I do it, it's unsuitable for children.
You made a bust of Monica Bellucci. Just her bust.
It was still pottery. Or, as the young Phoebe here suggests, erotery.
I like that.
Phoebe Senior's like, hey, I'm going to steal that. And then she thanks Junior Phoebes for coming out this year because she wanted to talk about this baby stuff in person. She really doesn't think it's a good idea. I can see why you wouldn't want to say that on the phone.
Yeah.
Phoebe is like, bummer. Why is no one thinking this is a good idea? And Senior explains, because you'd be giving up a baby. I gave up 2, and I had been in a very stable 3-person relationship. Anyways, I don't know if there's anything I can say that can make you understand the pain of giving up a baby. So, then she turns around, reaches into a large cardboard box next to her, and brings out an adorable puglet puppy.
Aww.
And then giving a standard Phoebe reaction, she says, okay, I understand. Don't hurt the puppy. And then Phoebe Senior is like, fuck, you remind me of Lily. No. The puppy is for you. And Phoebe gets excited. I get a puppy? And Phoebe Senior's like, yeah, but only for 3 days, because it's my puppy.
She should have said that.
Yeah, she should have just added those.
And then you have to give it back to me, because
Right.
it's my puppy.
But Phoebe's like, why? And the pug is flailing around in Kudra's grip, and she mirrors its energy for a second. And Senior explains that she realizes she doesn't have the right to getting all parenty, since Phoebe's 30 now. But Phoebe is playing with the puppy, holding it weird, making faces. So Phoebe has to say, Phoebe, can you please look at me and not the puppy? It's very important. And Phoebe's like, right, got it. No problemo. Then she tucks the puppy into her arm, and Senior is very serious. I know what I'm talking about. I gave up 2 babies, and I only wish that I had someone there who had given up multiple babies, who could have told me how terrible it is to give up those babies. And there's a couple cut lines that I'm ignoring because they're repetitive and unnecessary, but Senior continues, I just think it'd be something that you would regret every day for the rest of your life. So however hard it is for you to give up this puppy, it would be like 1,000,000 times harder to give up a child that isn't yours. And by this point, the little wriggling puppy has captured Phoebe's attention again, and other Phoebe is like, I really shouldn't have given you the puppy first.
And then there are cut lines.
Yeah.
Where Phoebe says, okay, fair enough, 3 days. Mm-hmm. And then the timer goes off. And Phoebe Senior goes, oh, it's time to take my ass out of the kiln.
Oh, did you see the little ass faces she has on the back? They're pretty cute.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the museum cafeteria. Mm-hmm. Joey and Rhonda.
Rhonda! I love Rhonda.
Joey instructs Rhonda, who's played by a very young Sherry Shepherd. Mm-hmm. Oh, would you mind sitting here? I'm saving this seat for my friend, Ross. Rhonda says, you mean Dr. Geller?
She knows Dr. Geller's first name, so he's not that bad of a douche.
And then Joey, being Joey, says, Doctor, I didn't know he had a nickname.
I didn't know he had a little nickety name.
Dragon. Rhonda instructs Joey that he won't sit there. Only the people in white coats sit over there, and only the people with the blue blazers sit over here. Mm-hmm. Joey's confused and says, how come? Rhonda goes, it's just the way it is. Joey points out, that's crazy. But you know what is crazy? Everyone taking lunch at the same goddamn time. It's like, what happens to the museum? Do they just shut it down?
Oh, I don't assume that everybody's there.
So Rhonda goes, maybe it's crazy in a perfect world, a world without lab coats or blazers, but you not in a perfect world. You in a museum now. See that scientist with the glasses? Joey looks at him. He and I used to play together all the time in grade school. But now, Peter! Hey, Peter, it's me, Rhonda, from PS 129. I shared my pudding with you, man. I gave you my snack pack. See? He pretend he don't even hear me.
Oh.
His name tag says Dr. Lee Guerra.
Oh, does it?
Maybe he's ignoring her because he's not Peter.
Or maybe even changed his name to avoid Rhonda. Or
Here we go.
the costume department just threw a random badge on him.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you be able to read it if she was calling him by his name?
Right. Oh, I understand. I'm just
Pointing out.
extrapolating.
Yeah. Okay. So Joey goes, I think everyone's pretending they don't hear you. And look, I don't know about you and your jackets and your separate tables, but Ross is one of my best friends. If I save him a seat, I'm telling you, he will sit in it. And then the opposite happens.
Yes.
Ross walks in. Joey calls him over. Over here, man. I saved you a seat. Ross says, that's okay. I'm cool over here. I'll catch up with you later.
Oh,
Joey looks so disappointed.
he does look disappointed.
Yeah. And
You
Ron-
think Ross would have been like, I got your job, but I'm not sitting with you at lunch.
Right, we don't sit together at lunch, okay? So then Rhonda sees another person walk up and she goes, ooh, this is saved. Joey gives her a concerned look like, what? And she goes, gift shop.
Gift shop.
We don't sit with the people at the gift shop. They're not part of the museum.
All right, later at Monica and Rachel's, Monica and Rachel are on the couch and Joey's eating a sandwich alone at the kitchen table because Jackie Brown isn't there with her blue flight attendant blazer to eat with him.
Aww.
And Ross comes in and starts apologizing for what happened in the cafeteria. Joey, no big deals it. And then he adds a very New York, you got to do what you got to do, right? And Ross tries to legitimize his behavior, saying, it's not just me. The Starbelly Sneechers never eat with the Sneechers without. And Joey is like, whatever, you gutless prick. And Ross
I
explains.
don't remember that part of the episode.
And Ross explains, it's like that everywhere, Joey. Bond, back me up. Where you work, the waiters eat with the other waiters, and the chefs eat with the other chefs, right? And Adam says, I eat by myself in the alley because everybody hates me.
Nobody hates you.
I met Monica said that. What is that?
Then there's cut lines. Ross says, okay, Rach, when was the last time you had lunch with the shipping clerks? And Rachel goes, okay, well, I've never had lunch with the shipping clerks, but it's totally different. They're not allowed in the executive cafeteria. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's not really a blue blazer thing. It's a class status thing.
They're doctors in white lab coats, and they're above the tourist guides and the gift shop people.
That sounds grosser. Joey tells Ross, it's no big deal. You know, you wear a white coat, I wear a blue blazer. If that means we can't be friends at work, then so be it. I understand. When I'm in a play and you're in the audience, I don't talk to you, right? So it's cool. I'll see you tomorrow. And Rachel points out after Joey leaves, when we're in the audience, he doesn't talk to us, but he does wave.
So now we're back at Monica's apartment. Phoebe, Monica, Rachel. And I want to point out, Rachel is in her bathrobe.
Yeah.
Not sure what time of day it is, but she's wearing her bathrobe.
That's almost my favorite outfit.
I know. I thought for sure it was going to be.
All right, so then the beginning of this scene, there's cut lines.
Oh, okay.
Because Phoebe's playing with the puppy, and Phoebe's is like, who's my puppy? Who's my puppy? Who's my puppy? And Monica's like, you haven't named him yet? And Phoebe's like, no, I don't want to get too attached. And Rachel says, can I hold him? And Phoebe's like, sure, here. And hands the puppy to Rachel. And Rachel's like, come here, Squirmy. Hello. And Phoebe becomes uncomfortable with the way Rachel's handling the puppy. And she's like, not like that, no. And she takes the puppy back and starts humming Rockabye Baby for him.
So then Chandler enters and says, why is Phoebe singing to Carl Malden?
Maybe that's why he's not as scared of this dog, because he
Right.
thinks it's actually Carl Malden.
So Carl Malden was actually born Mladen George Sokolovich.
Oh.
Yeah. March 22nd, 1912. And he passed away July 1st, 2009. He was an American stage, movie, and television actor who first achieved acclaim in the original Broadway productions of Arthur Miller's All My Sons and Tennessee Williams' A Streetcar Named Desire in 1946 and 47.
Stella.
And recreating the role of Mitch in the 1951 film of Streetcar, he won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah.
And he does look like the puppy, or the puppy does look like him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Phoebe goes, oh, you know what? I think it's time for Puppy to go out again. Come on, let's go to the balcony.
What?
Monica's like, what? Phoebe's like, oh, the street. Come on, let's go to the street. Oh, and listen, don't go on the balcony until I get back. Monica turns to Chandler and says, "So, did you do it?" Chandler says, yes, we had the sex.
Oh.
Monica questions, was it bad? Chandler goes, "It was fine, but she didn't agree with me as strongly as she agreed with Joey. She was more like, I see your point. I'm all right with it." Monica goes, "Well, it was the first time. There's not always a lot of agreement the first time." Rachel points out, "Yeah, not for girls anyway. Guys agree like that."
Guys agree right away. By themselves sometimes.
Chandler begs Monica, "Look, you have to help me, okay? I mean, I know what to do with a woman. I know where everything goes. It's always nice. But I need to know what makes it go from nice to, my God, somebody's killing her in there."
Oh.
And then there's one of the most iconic Friends scenes ever.
Yep.
You gonna sit down for this? You gonna be okay?
I'll be fine.
All right. Monica says, "All right, I'm gonna show you something a lot of guys don't know. Rach, hand me that pad over there. All right, now." Chandler starts to protest. "You don't have to draw an actual..." Whoa, she's hot. Monica numbers the figure she's just drawn. Mm-hmm. Now, everybody knows the basic erogenous zones. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. There are 7? Rach goes, "Let me see that." "Oh, yeah." Chandler points to the drawing and goes, "That's one?" Monica looks confused. "It's kind of an important one." Chandler says, "Oh, you know what? I was looking at it upside down." Rachel points out, "Well, sometimes that helps." This whole episode was a standards and practice nightmare.
Yeah, well, we don't have those. So 69 dudes and dudettes. That's what she's referring to.
Thanks for that clarification. Monica starts the lesson. "Okay, now most guys will hit up 1, 2, and 3 and then go to 7 and set up camp."
Oh.
Chandler says, "And that's bad?"
I spend a lot of time at 4. I don't know what you're talking about.
Rachel points out, "Well, if you go to Disneyland, you don't spend the whole day on the Matterhorn." Chandler goes, "Well, you might if it were anything like 7. He's got a point. Bad analogy, Rach.
High five, Joe. That's not to say that the teacups and the It's a Small World don't have their place.
The teacups. Is that an innuendo?
Well, yeah.
Okay. Monica continues, "All right, the important thing is to take your time. You want to hit them all. Mm-hmm. You want to mix them up. You got to keep them on their toes." Rachel shouts, "Oh, toes!" Yeah, for some people. I like how Chandler then leans over and looks at her toes.
Yeah, he's like, "What?" Take those socks off a second.
So Monica goes, "Okay, you could start with a little 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, a 3, a 5, a 4, a 3, 2, a 2, a 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, a 4, and Rachel kind of moves back and stretches out on the couch.
Yeah, she starts to get comfy.
A 2. Monica now has her eyes closed, and she's also getting excited.
That's right.
A 2, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7.
Oh my goodness. Okay, while Joe composes herself again, I'm going to go through a couple of cut lines from the DVD. Monica calms down and says, "And there you are." And Rachel agrees, "Yeah, that'll work." And this is followed by a moment where all 3 of them get up. Rachel and Monica head to their bedrooms as Chandler heads to the restroom, and all 3 close their doors, which heavily implies they're all,
minding the gap?
Or masturbating.
I was going for the euphemism.
And I was saying the actual words.
That cutscene is fucking amazing.
Yes.
And I'm pretty sure standards and practices was probably like, nah.
No. You
can't show that on television.
You can't do that. We can't know that they're all going to do it.
Even though.
7 themselves right now. All right, back at the museum cafeteria. Joey is sitting at the Blue Blazers table as Ross enters. Dr. Phillips is like, "Dr. Geller, there's a seat over here." Ross, still standing, loudly announces, "Thank you, Dr. Phillips, but I'm having my lunch at this table in the middle. I'm having my lunch here with my good friend Joey, if he will sit with me." And a pair of gift shop gals who are at the table are like, why is this lab coat commandeering our table? And Joey stands up and looks at him like this is the climax of Dead Poets Society and announces, "Oh, Captain, my Captain, I will sit with you, Dr. Geller." They shake hands as Joey moves to the new table. Then Ross continues with the speech he wrote as he tossed and turned, not being able to sleep the night before. You know, we work in the Museum of Natural History, and yet there is something unnatural about the way we eat lunch.
And then there's a really, really bad cut line.
Okay.
Now, I want you to know it took a tour guide to show this scientist the error of his ways. You might even say he took me on a tour of myself.
Oh, no. No.
And Joey goes, yeah, that was me. And he raises his hand.
Oh, boy.
I know. I'm glad they cut that line.
Ross continues, "Now I look around this cafeteria, and do you know what he sees? Division. Division between people with white coats and people in blue blazers. And he asks himself, God, why? And he suggests shedding these coats that separate us and get to know the people underneath."
What's with the accent?
Hard to say. That's when Ross rips off the lab coat and tells them, "I'm Ross. I'm divorced and I have a kid." And then Joey stands up, sheds his blue blazer, and says, "I'm Joey. I'm an actor. I don't know squat about dinosaurs." And they shake hands again. And that's when tour guide Ted stands slowly while removing his blazer. He says, "I'm Ted, and I just moved here a month ago, and New York really scares me." And Ross encourages, "There you go." And Joey says, "You hang in there, Teddy." And then Dr. Phillips stands up now, tearing off his lab coat and sharing with the group, "I'm Andrew, and I didn't pay for this pair."
Should we be celebrating theft?
Ross tells Andy, "Good for you." Rhonda, the tour guide, stands up now, happily removing her blazer while saying, "I'm Rhonda, and these..." And she gestures to her pair of number 4 erogenous zones before stating, "Aren't real." And Joey whips his head to Ross, who stammers, "Well, wow, Rhonda." Our friends are starting to feel like this has taken a strange turn, and they start sitting down, and another scientist peels off his coat saying, "I'm Scott!" And Ross jumps back up, "Okay, Scott!" Because he wants to be supportive of everybody fairly.
That's
I
true.
mean, he started this.
Yeah.
But Scott shares that, "I have to turn the light switch on 17 times before leaving the room, or my family will die."
I think I saw that documentary. Now we're back at Central Perk. Mm-hmm. Rachel, Monica, and Phoebe. Phoebe goes, "My mom's going to be here any minute, and I can't do it. I can't give him up."
Oh.
Rachel goes, "Oh." Phoebe goes, "Yes, no, I can. I don't want to, but I can." "No." Rachel goes, "Oh, I can't watch. It's like Sophie's Choice." Monica goes, "You know, I never saw that." Rachel goes, "Oh, it was only okay."
And then Phoebe says one little line that they cut out before.
Yeah.
"I can't do this."
"My mom was right. I can't give him up. There's no way I can give up a little baby. Frank and Alice are going to be so crushed. Well, what else can I give them? A kidney?"
"I can't take this to school."
Now, when we adopted, we talked about adopting a lot of kids, right? Mm-hmm. And for various reasons, we did not. We'll just leave it there. But certainly the foster to adopt thing could backfire, and I couldn't give them back. We foster failed so many cats and dogs.
Right.
Could you imagine how many kids we would have ended up with?
If we would have just fostered?
Yeah. Like, nope, you can't have these back. So Frank Jr. and Alice enter, and everyone greets each other. And Alice goes, "We were just in the neighborhood, so..." Frank Jr. goes, "So we thought we'd stop by and let you know there's still no pressure."
No pressure.
"None, but if there's something you want to tell us, we're going to be right over there drinking coffee." Phoebe goes, "Okay." Frank Jr., who is Phoebe's half-brother, also gets distracted easily by the puppy.
Yeah.
"Who's this little guy? Oh, he's so cute. He reminds me of my old dog, Tumor."
I tried to name Cooper Tumor, but you were not going for it.
Oh, no way. Can't call the dog Tumor.
It's so cute, though.
No, Cooper's even cuter. Special Agent Dale Cooper. I mean, it just rolls off the tongue.
That it does.
Alice oohs and ahs over the puppy and says, "You are so precious, I could just take you home." And Phoebe, without skipping a beat, says, "Hey, why don't you?" Frank Jr. goes, "Are you serious?" Phoebe goes, "Yeah." Frank Jr. goes, "Thanks." Monica goes, "What are you doing?"
Still nobody's got a PlayStation. I'm just pointing out.
Right. No PlayStations are trading hands. Phoebe goes, "No, I'm really okay with this. You know why? Because look at them. Look how happy they are. And I made that. I know it's going to be like 1,000,000 times harder to give up a baby, but oh my God, it's going to feel like 1,000,000 times better, right?"
I want to keep one.
Right? Rachel and Monica look at her. Both are teary, and Phoebe turns to Frank and Alice. "I want to do this. I want to carry your baby." Alice says, oh, thank you so much. You don't know what this means to us." Frank Jr. goes, "Oh my God, I think I'm going to cry." "Oh my God." And they hug Phoebe.
Mm-hmm.
Monica tells Phoebe it's going to be so great. And then Phoebe Sr. enters and asks, "What's going on?" And Phoebe explains hastily that she gave them the puppy and it made them so happy that she decided she's going to carry their baby. Phoebe Sr. looks alarmed and goes, "Phoebe." And Phoebe goes, I know. You and I are totally different people, and this is a totally different situation. And I know I'm not going to regret this. Phoebe Sr. goes, "No, I know. I understand all that. It's just that was my puppy."
Oh! All right, so now we're at the stinger. Monica's kitchen. Monica and Rachel are sitting at the kitchen table. And Monica seems to randomly ask Rachel, "Would you ever be a surrogate for anyone?" And Rachel admits that, well, it depends on who's asked. And Monica speculates, "What if I asked?"
Aww.
And Rachel sweetly says, "Oh, Mon, sure." "Really?" "Yeah." And then Rachel clarifies, "You're not asking me, are you?" And Monica admits, "No." Then Rachel confirms, "Yes, totally." And that's when the lovely Kathy barges in. Her hair's all messed up. Her shirt is buttoned up wrong. And upon seeing Monica, she kneels by her side and hugs her while saying, "Thank you, thank you." And she gets up to leave and adds, "Thank you, yes, thank you." I love that yes in there. Like,
yes.
"Grr." And then she leaves and Monica smiles, all proud of herself. And that's the end of the episode. Cut and print.
I like to think that Kathy was like, "I really, really like him, but his sex is so bad."
Probably
and you
not
just,
so bad.
Yeah. And you just made it wonderful. All right, we're going to take another short break. We'll be right back. Now, everybody knows the basic erogenesomes. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7.
There are 7?
Let me see that. Oh, yeah.
That's one?
Kind of an important one.
You know what? I was looking at it upside down.
But you know, sometimes that helps. Okay, so most guys will hit 1, 2, and 3, and then go to 7 and set up camp.
And that's bad?
Well, if you go to Disneyland, you don't spend the whole day on the Matterhorn.
Well, you might if it was anything like 7.
Alright, the important thing is to take your time, you want to hit them all, and you want to mix them up. You gotta keep them on their toes. Ooh, toes!
Toes!
For some people. Alright, you can start with a little 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, a 3, a 5, a 4, a 3, 2, a 2, a 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 4, 2, 2, 4, 7, 5, 7, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. All right, we're back.
Yeah, we took a nap. We're back for the wrap-up.
What did we learn from this episode?
What did you learn, Joe?
I learned that Chandler is later great with Monica because she taught him how to be good.
Right. He knew her combination.
That's right.
How to unlock that safe. Yeah, she even provided him with a visual learning tool. And I also learned that Phoebe likes to give other people's pets away. And Rachel likes her toes Tarantino'd.
Oh, yeah. Isn't that weird? What are your final thoughts?
Knowing that Phoebe's storyline was added because of Cujo's real-life pregnancy, I always wondered what her part was in the whole trivia madness to come next week.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I always wondered where she fit into that hole.
And hold on a second. We're going to pause because I want to try something. Come on. Whew. All right.
Wow, I'm really dehydrated this episode.
What's our sweater vest tracker? Should we just stop counting? It's episode 12 for Cthulhu's sake.
Joe, we've been through this. Never give up. It's not going to be 0.
Okay.
Come on.
All right.
It's not going to be 0.
And we weren't in the guy's apartment this week, so no Magnadoodle message.
Nope.
But what's our IMDb rating for this episode?
So it was 8.4 out of 10 stars with 5,600 ratings.
All right.
So we came back from our little slump that we were in the past couple episodes.
Yeah. So we had a listener write in and give us their thoughts on this episode. I always post, like, hey, what do you think of this episode? And I get lots of hearts and likes and laughs, but nobody ever posts anything.
Aww.
But this is from Michelle B. Remember Michelle
Yeah.
B? All right. So she says, the one with Phoebe's uterus. I know one of the best scenes is Monica teaching Chandler about women's pleasure zones.
Right.
There are 7.
Right.
But I have to speak up for the museum scenes because maybe it's because I'm that sidelined museum gift shop employee, but the whole bit just cracks me up. I think I need Rhonda's, but you not in a perfect world. You in a museum now.
That's right.
Framed for my office, she said. She needs that framed for her office. The museum silos are real. Ross trying to break those down and standing up for his friend is sweet and charming, but it all goes awry, and that's what makes it so hilarious.
Yes.
That's so cool that she kind of has that background.
Yeah.
That's cool. Anyhow, she said she wrote in about next week's episode 2, and she says, these are just 2 examples of how Friends speak to its audience wherever they are in life, letting us know we are not alone. That's the beauty of the show. That's why it's so popular to this day and why you 2 are so much fun to listen to weekly. You get it, and it shows. Aw, thanks, Michelle B. I appreciate it. You okay, Adam?
I am.
Okay. Can you take another break?
I need a drink again.
All right. What is next week's episode?
Next week is the one with the embryos.
Oh, such a good episode.
Yes.
Tell us what the synopsis is.
Frank Jr. wants to stuff Phoebe's uterus with a gumball machine amount of embryos. And Rachel's farm bird bloodlust sends her and Monica into a game of gambling and trivia against Chandler and Joey, where the stakes are raised higher and higher. Ross officiates. It's going to be a fun time.
Are you ready for some maladjusted content?
Yeah.
All right. It was an extra long weekend this week.
Yeah, 3-day weekend
Yay.
for you.
It was nice.
Yeah.
We got to
It
hang
was
out.
fun. And we didn't do any of our work that we're supposed to do over the weekend.
Nope, because we sloughed off and did fun stuff. Went to a graduation party, got sunburned. And by sheer coincidence this week, we watched the movie 7.
Yes, that was unplanned. That was just,
right.
We were just going through the thing and I was like, oh, I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah, completely different from the 7 that Monica is talking
Yeah,
about.
dangerously different.
Very different.
7 Deadly Sins.
Brad Pitt is so young. So young. It's crazy. And then we took the girl kid to see Mission Impossible Final Reckoning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
Tom Cruise is getting old. They showed clips from the very first.
You're right.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy how much.
It's not like he looks bad, though.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he
He's in his 60s and he looks great and runs like the Dickens. So. But it was a good movie. That was fun.
Yeah, it was. The last one was a little slow and a little clunky, and this one, I think they had COVID problems on the last one.
Yeah,
But this
it
one
was hard.
was much better.
Yeah, it was good. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No.
All right. Are you ready to wrap this up?
Yep.
All right. We are so glad you stumbled across our podcast. If you're enjoying it, please share it with other friends, fans.
Yeah, or maybe rate it or leave a review.
Yeah, and if you want to contribute your thoughts like Michelle B. to the podcast, pick your favorite episode and send us your musings, and we'll share them on that episode. You can also write just to say hey.
Yeah, we want to hear from more of you misfits out there.
Please email us at themaladjustedmisfits@gmail.com.
Or we're hosted on Buzzsprout. If you want to help us with our costs, you can visit our page and click the donate button. You can also send us fan mail through there. Lots of ways to talk to us, but if you do any of those, we'll give you a shout out on the show.
Yeah, check us out on Facebook and Instagram. You can follow the links in the show notes. The pages are called The One Where We Talk About Friends. And don't forget, we have a TeePublic store. If you have a friend shirt you've always wanted, send us your idea. We uploaded some this weekend.
Yeah, Joe, you ready for a cup of coffee?
Always. Well, you might, if you're anything like 7.